word incapacitated. So we're talking about revisiting that and including language.
Okay, to say it was
Or to include incapacitated.
incapacitated.
But you don't have incapacitated in the general definition, nor do you have it in definition for culture.
Yes, yes. And so this is what we're here for, folks. We're here to talk about this. So we'd like to hear some responses here from you. Incapacitation, is that something that you think should be a part of it? Mental disease consideration? Are you okay with E, prosecutors? Are you okay? A person is not responsible. As it now stands, there was not any changes to 216, but there was a highlight made under mental disease to support the idea of incapacitation. And so a person is not responsible for criminal conduct, and it is an affirmative defense at the time of such conduct as a result of mental disease or defect. He or she lacks substantial capacity either to appreciate the criminality of his or her conduct or to conform his or her conduct to the requirements of law. Where do you think incapacitation fits in there?
I'm looking at the mental competency rule, because that's something we have to prove, or the defense has to prove their competency from competence. I think that's what we were talking about, including something under.
From the rule?
Yeah, so we need the mental competency.
Okay.
The mental competency is it somewhere?
I follow that. Anyone make a comment?
This mental disease is an affirmative defense, competency in the present matter, competency deals with during the trial process.
I think it's true. Yeah, I think that's true. Y'all follow that? I think that is true. Okay, so let's go on. Madam Chair, are you okay if we move on?
No, because we haven't addressed the issue.
Okay.
The issue is we have to define something. If you look at the definition, there is nothing within the definition that talks about capacity. There's nothing that it does say substantial capacity. On the one hand, it says when you commit the crime, there is an affirmative defense that there's no mental disease or defect. That's at the time of the crime. Whereas Tyson pointed out capacity is just for your mental state of mind during the trial, whether you can stand back. Yes, it's the trial, so it's a little bit confusing. So are we talking about when the time that the crime was committed, or are we talking about what their state of mind is at trial?
I think that 216 deals with a determination prior to a prosecutor charging the charge.
It sounds like to me it's at the time of the crime.
At the time of the
Because it's in the section on affirmative defenses. So, like justification, you know, if you somebody but you do it in self-defense, that's an affirmative defense you can raise to aggravated assault.
Right.
Likewise, mental disease is a defense you can raise to whatever you're charged with, and it would be at the time of the crime. And do you disagree? How often does that come up in cases?
Not often, but I do agree with you.
Okay, Madam Chair?
So then shouldn't, what are you guys thinking about the period and after defect? Person is not responsible for criminal conduct. Affirmative defense is at the time of the conduct as a result of mental disease. Period. Is it stronger to say that it's an affirmative defense and then it will be further, or do we want to continue the same?
What do you guys think? Thoughts? Anybody? I'm sorry, go ahead, Mr. Witherspoon.
So what we're talking about is the qualifier to help you understand what would they like to differentiate traffic and certainly to appreciate or someone else. Or the conduct, or to conform their conduct to the requirements of the law. So that's why the qualifier that the prosecutors so necessary to be able to do that.
So you're arguing that we should keep it in there. Okay, go ahead, Marie.
I agree also that the word substantial, the defendant would have to progress. If we leave it as for, you know, anybody can do it. I have no belief. Absolutely,
Sure. Yes. I'll say this and then I'll open the floor again one more time. The public defender's office uses this mental incapacitation a lot. They use it quite a bit, and they get really offended. They take it almost personally when you don't meet them with this idea that a person is mentally not able to commit the crime. And so making language stronger only helps us and works for us. That's what I'm thinking. So I think the consensus is to leave the verbiage in and not take it out. Any objections? Any other thoughts? Anybody else? Good morning. Glad you're here this morning. Oh, yes. We don't have it. We don't have that. Yeah, and that's what the LDAs are about.
anybody told them how to do it, we're talking about an application. Oh. So.
Okay, let me. So let me say this in April. We can say something. Let me say this. That this has been. Okay, folks. This issue concerning a clean copy of Title 17 has been a clear detriment to this whole project. And let me finish my statement here. The best place that we can go to get anything that's representative of Title 17 is this. This one was put together updated in May of 2022. Okay, every amendment in Title 17 is in here. You can't get on Westlaw. You can't get on LexisNexis. You can't grab Title 17.
You can grab on Westlaw, 2004.
Right. Yes.
You can grab the resolution.
Yes, and that's what this is. Okay.
So this is all the resolutions that are taken. They're all incorporated.
They are there.
Yes.
But they're not strike law. Well, if they've already been approved, they don't get to strike law over strike anymore. If they have already been, okay, we're done. I apologize.
No problem.
I'm Jacob Barbara. I'm chief legislator. I apologize for being late this morning. I apologize for being late this morning. I was very small office, and 1/3 of it got wiped out with either the flu or RSV. So we're struggling to cover everybody today. So I apologize for being late. Okay. Everything that has been approved by a resolution, all amendments to Title 17 that have been approved by a resolution by council, signed into law, they are now part of Title 17. So what you're putting together, you're not going back and underlining, overstriking those. You're just making sure they're in your version that's been go in front of council. Anything new, anything after the last resolution was passed, anything new is what you are underlining and overstriking. So this document,
Okay.
So we understand that. I think
Yes,
part
we
of-
do.
I think
We
part
understand
of the
that.
problem was, we were looking for an official Word copy from legislative that we could make the strikeouts in.
No.
What we have is a PDF that's been converted. It has Title 17, Title 14, and I can send that to them, but it's got formatting errors, it's got problems. So we wanted the official legislative version so that we can start from that. It sounds like that doesn't.
We don't have an official
Right.
legislation. What we have is, up to 2014, that's all published, this is when you can go Word on Westlaw. Anything, any amendments made after that, like council, those we don't have in the document.
Okay, so I'm gonna send to them the PDF we converted to Word, and they're gonna get started.
And you guys have gone back and checked that the conversion is correct.
The substance, the formatting is another
Well,
problem, but the
this-
substance, yes.
Let's get straight to this real quickly. What we have today, what we're calling the new code, what Madam Chair asked us to send over to the group. This is not all that you have in front of you. Some provisions that were not changed are not here. Only the ones that were changed are in this code. So, if we send them this,
No,
we can send them that. It's a PDF version.
I converted it to Word.
She converted
So
it to
the
Word.
substance is there, but there's some formatting issues which they can just deal with.
Right, and she's gonna send the Word version also to them, and it's gonna hit exactly what she said. All of the resolutions that we knew that. We were just, we thought this was a big deal for Tanya, in the sense that when she gets our compilation, whatever we finish here today, it's gonna be based on a true picture of what Title 17 looks like today. So, we thought the Legislative Counsel's Office had a version that we could, okay, then fine. And if that's what we have, and you ask questions, are you sure that yes, the prosecutor's office did a due diligence research on the existing amendments, the resolution, everything, it's all in there. Yeah?
So in the resolution to approve these, amendments, you're going to have a provision of Title 17 that you're amending, all up to date, and then any new language or deleted language needs to be underlined and overstated. Now, this is a question, kind of a policy question that goes to, sponsor, as to whether you want to include all of the sections of Title 17 or you just want to as your amendment. You can do it either way. There is some different, perhaps I'll call political strategies, okay? If you only have what you're amending in front of you, then that's instead, if you bring in all provisions, that gives more flexibility to amend others. Let's clarify. Now I understand.
Yes, and more clarification. Folks, this is really an interesting, engaging conversation, so stay with us, please. So the time is just put, Chief, Give me a quick answer. Marty, just now. Okay, offer you, DOJ, a compilation of Title 17 provisions that will be changed in that regard. We won't need, I'm hearing you right, we won't need the entire Title 17 to be given over 2 weeks. So, okay, so she needs okay.
The word versus house is
Okay,
and that is absolutely what, Latanya, Jack stated. I think that if I was in the DOJ, doing the review, I would absolutely collect the same thing. So a DOJ meeting is a little bit different than what, council is.
Could we provide a copy of what changes are made? Now, we're still going to have to about the entire Title 17, whether you like it or not. Okay, so this is where we're at. I'll explain where we're at just a bit. Madam Chair, you have the floor, you got a microphone, right beside you.
Yeah. So what I did tell the LPA is this one will be sent to them in a Word document.
Yes.
All they have to do is compare it to this one and then change it. So the underline is adding language and that underline is in red. The strike through is taking away language and that can just be in regular black because it's just striking through the language. And I told them count how many sections are within this and divide it among the 5 who are sitting here. So they're going to start working on that right now.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you for that. This is a process, folks. Process of moving this thing along and getting it to where we want it to be. A little bit clunky, so to speak, but it's okay. It's all right. It's a work in process. So April, back over to the corner again. She was up here on the wall, but she's needed back over on the other side. We needed her up there so that we could see what areas were changed. But the problem is, why don't we take a break? Okay, let's take a 5-minute break. We'll come back in 5 minutes. Go walk around, stretch your legs, and we'll get something on here. Get another prosecutor to use a computer. Thank you very much. Take a 5-minute break. Let's make it 10 minutes. 10-minute break.
Okay. I part of that.
Other people.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, we're gonna start about 5 minutes, so we're still having a little bit of configuration. 5 more minutes, folks, 5 more minutes.